The moon hung low in the night sky, casting an eerie glow on the water's surface. I stood at the edge of the abandoned quarry pond, the reflection of my own hesitation wavering beneath me. The water seemed so inviting, its ripples whispering promises of cool relief from the stifling heat. Despite the cautionary tales, I couldn't resist the allure of a late-night swim. With one last glance back at the safety of the shore, I took a deep breath and plunged into the water. The initial shock of the cold took my breath away, but soon I was paddling around, the darkness enveloping me. My heartbeat echoed in my ears as I floated on the surface, staring up at the twinkling stars above. Suddenly, a shiver raced down my spine. I wasn't alone. I could sense it, a presence just beneath the surface, lurking in the shadows. Panic gripped me as I tried to swim back to the shore, but something strong and cold wrapped around my ankle. I thrashed wildly, the water becoming a swirling abyss around me. In a desperate bid for air, I managed to break free and burst through the surface, gasping for breath. But the sensation of being watched persisted, and I could swear I heard whispers carried by the wind. My heart pounded in my chest as I swam harder, my mind filled with images of unseen hands reaching up from the depths. As I neared the shore, the water around me grew unnaturally still. The whispers grew louder, almost mocking in their tone. With every stroke, the shore seemed to recede, and I realized with a sickening dread that I was trapped in a nightmarish loop, swimming but never getting any closer to safety. Exhaustion set in, and my limbs felt like lead. I could no longer fight against the water's pull. The whispers became a cacophony of voices, merging into an unintelligible chorus of malevolent laughter. The water closed in around me, and I could feel icy fingers wrapping around my wrists, pulling me under. In the end, the quarry pond claimed me, just as it had claimed others before. The water became my tomb, a silent and sinister abyss that swallowed my screams. The moon continued to shine, indifferent to the tragedy that had unfolded beneath its glow. As I stood at the edge of the dark, still pond, a shiver ran down my spine. The moonlight barely penetrated the thick canopy of trees surrounding the water's edge. Despite my initial hesitation, I reminded myself that countless others had enjoyed night swims here without incident. With a deep breath, I plunged into the water, the coolness sending a shiver across my skin. The water felt strangely colder than I'd anticipated, and a sense of unease settled in. I brushed it off, attributing it to the chill of the night air. As I swam further from the shore, the sounds of the forest grew distant, leaving an eerie silence in their wake. My heart raced, but I chalked it up to the thrill of the adventure. Then, a subtle but unmistakable rustling came from the trees behind me. I turned quickly, water splashing around me, but saw nothing. My pulse quickened as I scanned the darkness, searching for any sign of movement. After a tense moment, I nervously laughed at myself, blaming my imagination for conjuring up a threat that didn't exist. As I continued swimming, a sense of being watched settled over me. I tried to dismiss it, telling myself I was simply being paranoid. But every stroke I took seemed to be accompanied by the sensation of unseen eyes on me. I swam back toward the shore, each movement becoming more frantic as the feeling intensified. Just as my fingers brushed the slimy bottom of the pond, a chilling breath seemed to graze the back of my neck. I spun around, my heart pounding in my chest, only to see ripples on the water's surface. Panic surged through me, and I struck out for the shore with all my strength. With every stroke, I could hear faint whispers in the wind, barely audible but undeniably present. The whispers grew louder, taunting and indiscernible, as if the very air around me was conspiring against my sanity. The shore felt impossibly far away, and I was gasping for air as my muscles screamed in protest. Finally, my fingers found purchase on the muddy bank, and I clawed my way onto solid ground. I stumbled to my feet, my gaze darting around the darkness, searching for the source of the eerie whispers. But there was nothing, just the pond, the trees, and the chilling feeling of something unseen. I sprinted back to my car, heart still racing, and peeled out of the parking lot, leaving the pond and its secrets behind. As I drove away, the whispers seemed to follow me, echoing in my mind, a reminder that some terrors are born not from the realm of monsters, but from the depths of our own imagination.